Hey, thanks for tuning into the Poor, Rich, Hard show. Appreciate you spending your time with me. We're going to continue this series on haters, and the next hater to watch out for is the criticizing coward. The criticizing coward. Who's this? This is usually someone that's young, probably the same age or in the same age group, social circle as you. And what happens is this person is not really brave enough to take on, any challenges in their life. They're not brave enough to talk to that person they really like. They're not brave enough to start that business. They just really talk about it, but never really get it done. But they're a coward, for going after their own goals. But at the same time, they'll discourage you from pursuing your own. Every time you try to show this person something, they'll try to talk it down, or they'll look at some sort of excuse as to why it can't get done, or they just look at the negative side only. And yeah, every time we're going into something, we most definitely have to weigh both sides of the coin. But usually, if you concentrate too much on what could go wrong, you usually don't get anything done. You need people to encourage you and show you what could go right. Because what could go right will get you further than what could go wrong. But a lot of times, you show these criticizing cowards your mission, your dream, your goal, and they'll shoot it down. And what you got to do is you got to be careful. And I'll do another video on this one, but you got to be careful who you show your dreams to, man. Many of us talk too much. We show too much people around us what we're thinking, where we're going, how we're moving, and we create our own haters. But I'll say that for another video. But yeah, these people, man, they'll criticize everything, man. Now, I never personally invested in Bitcoin. And I had, people who did. I was a little skeptical of it. It's gone back down now. It was up before. But I never once went to those people and said, hey, it's not going to work. I'm like, hey, that sounds that sounds new. It sounds different. I understood the basic concept of how this new currency would work, and I never discouraged anybody. But there are people who say, hey, the cryptocurrencies, man, they're not government regulated. You can't do anything at all. It's like, why not take the risk? The problem with these cowards is they don't want to take any risks, and they want to project their weaknesses onto you. And they're usually in your age group. But I'll tell you what. If you do take the risk and the risk paid off, they'll be the first person to come around and try to share your success or try to mimic your success. You see, they're cowards. They don't want to take the initial risk. They're afraid. And these people usually don't end up becoming leaders. These people don't usually end up achieving anything significant in life because they're afraid. In life, the things that mean the most, where you're going to get the most out of, take risks. You got to put it on the wall sometimes. You got to put yourself out there. Right? But if you're going to wait and fall back and listen to people who say, oh, it's not going to work because I tried it already and it didn't work, hey, you're wasting your time, man. You got to get yourself away from these criticizing cowards, man. You got to get yourself away from people who ain't achieving nothing. I grew up in the hood. I'm not going to lie to you. I grew up in the hood, and there's a lot of people like this. If you say, hey, I want to move out of the hood, I'm going to, move across town, move somewhere better. Oh, well, you won't be accepted in those neighborhoods. And people just chant you down for everything, man. Growing up in those spots, if you try to tell anybody anything, say, hey, I want to do this, I want to start my own business, I want to get a job here or there, they'll usually chant you down. But if you join them and talk about, oh, everything's so bad and, there's no way to make it out of here and we're stuck and the whole thing's against us, then they'll commend you and say, yeah, they'll pat you on the back and say, yeah, thanks for drinking the Kool-Aid, thanks for staying, in this, in this realm of despair. You don't want to be around the criticizing coward, man. You don't want to be around the criticizing coward. You want to be around the people who are going to encourage you. And I'll tell you this right now. If you can't find nobody who will encourage you, then it's better that you have no friends. If the only people you could associate with or in your environment are people that are going to hinder you from your dreams, then it's better to walk alone. What's wrong with walking alone? I don't understand why everybody has to be buddied up. If you're buddied up with the wrong people, then it doesn't make any sense. What's wrong with walking alone? What's wrong with standing alone? If you're standing on what's right, what's wrong with standing alone? We got to get out of this groupthink mentality, this crab in a bucket mentality. And that's what I feel is holding a lot of people back. That's what I feel is holding a lot of people back, because they got all these criticizing cowards around them, right? People always thinking about what could be wrong, what could go wrong. I was showing this dude the other day something, and everything I showed him, he was just like, yeah, but what about, it just upsets me. And after a while, I just stopped sharing certain things with people. Because at the end of the day, it's like they can't see the light. They only see the negative. They're content with being mediocre. But that's not you. You got to get rid of the criticizing cowards in your circle. You got to distance yourself from them. You got to learn to stand alone. Anyway, man, I'm going to be out. You're listening to Poor.Rich Hard show. Please like, share, and subscribe. God bless.